again. Another week, another driving lesson. Obviously, last week my driving lesson didn't go spectacular and it ended in tears. That's not happened in a while. I did feel a lot of mixed feelings over the week about it. Annoyed at what my driving instructor said, but then, also feeling really upset about driving, and whenever someone would mention it, I would literally just want to cry. So I've been working through those feelings with my therapist. Yes, I brought it up to my therapist because I thought, well, I'm having a lot of strong feelings about this, so I want to work out what exactly is happening, and we worked it out, and I think that gave me a bit of solace, I don't know, about what was going on, and just really put it to bed. So driving today was overall it was quite good. My driving instructor thought I did quite spectacular, but I was like, a few mistakes here and there, could be better. I think he still thinks that I'm being hard on myself, which I probably am, but obviously I don't want to be making as much of mistakes as I was. I wasn't really sure if I was going to have a lesson today. I was going to move it tomorrow, but I just thought, it might be good to drive on in a different time rather than the peak rush hour that I usually drive. And I didn't realize that the sun goes down much later now because we're getting towards the winter. So in the middle of my driving lesson, things went quite dark, and obviously the lights came on in the car, and I was like, oh, driving in the dark, it reminds me of the beginning times of learning how to drive. Oh, those good old days, eh? So yeah, the driving lesson, we started somewhere different today, because there's a lot of traffic on where we usually go, so we were just, I don't even know if we drove around the residential areas for that much. We didn't really drive around them that much, but anyway, they were kind of new to me, and everything went well. A couple of times I did accidentally go to first gear when I was meant to go from third gear to second gear. I don't know why I do that. Sometimes I do lose my way in the gears, and first is up, second is down, third is up in the middle, but I sort of lose my way there. But that was fine, that's fine. It just keep going. Obviously, still having an issue of not leaving my foot. Like my driver's supposed to say put your foot on the accelerator, but I usually take my foot off the clutch really fast and just put my foot on the accelerator because I have deep issues at doing things, two things at the same time, and that's probably due to dyslexia. My brain just can't process that fast to at the same time. It just can't. But I'm still gonna try and do it in my own way. The most surprising thing of the lesson is that I went up to fourth gear. My driver instructor was just like, oh, we're on a 40-mile-per-hour road, and I was like, what? He's like, oh, go to fourth gear now. And he was like, oh, it's down. And I was like, okay. So I went to fourth gear, and it was crazy. I mean, it wasn't that crazy. It was just like, wow, okay, I'm in fourth gear. Why? I mean, considering the lessons that I've had before, I wasn't really expecting it to be like, yeah, we're going to go on fourth gear. Wasn't really expecting that. And so we had to then, it was a roundabout, so I had to actually downshift all the way to second gear, and I actually did that quite successfully, which I'm surprised at because I'm quite terrible at that. I think my worst fear and my most hated thing right now is having to go to third gear to second gear, let alone fourth gear to second gear, but somehow I did it well. That was sort of exhilarating. I sort of wanted to do it again, just to go to fourth gear, because I just thought it was really nice. Sometimes you go fast and you enjoy it. Sometimes you go fast and you hate it. So yeah, I try to keep in mind about just making sure I'm giving enough gas, because obviously sometimes I'm not going fast enough. So I try to really concentrate on that, on my brain, hey, make sure you actually go 30 miles per hour or go 20 miles per hour. Don't be going slower than you're supposed to. We also did the maneuver again of turning around the road. I don't know if that was purposely, but we did do that, and I thought I did all right. Obviously, still getting confused about because there's one point you look over your right shoulder after you do one turn, but you know, my brain still working on that. But my driver seemed to be satisfied by it. He didn't really have to intervene very much this lesson, which I'm actually quite happy about. That means that I did quite decently if he didn't have to intervene. Like there was no wheel grabbing. At one point he did have to stop the car because I think my brain was stuck on, okay, these people are crossing. Why are they crossing? Instead of my brain to be processing why the lights are red and we need to stop, it was processing why are people walking across the road. Oh, okay, let's look at the lights now. But my brain was not working that fast, and that's fine. But yeah, I thought this lesson went okay. I think, thinking about the differences of what between this lesson and next lesson is the fact that I have blonde hair now, and I also meditated before my driving lesson, which I think maybe helped because it just helped calm that anxiety down, which is good. So I might make that a habit, I think. And I do want to get back into meditation anyway. But yeah, I'm really happy about this lesson. I think having a bump is important because I guess it's either make or break. It's like, how do you get like up from that bump? Do you keep going, or does it make you completely, quit driving? Like, what choice are you going to make? And I've made the choice to just keep fighting and keep going for it. So yeah, we're just gonna take it one step at a time. No expectations for next lesson, and just really bask in the good lesson that we've had today. Yeah, it's been a good lesson. So yeah, I'll end it here. See you next week. If you haven't had a lesson yet, I hope it goes well, and if you have, I hope it went well. See ya.